Come on then. You sat in there being a little. And I asked you.
They needed for school, and you turned round and said no, send you the money.
2 weeks.
Who are you?
Shut your mouth.
Friend.
Did I ask you to get
I
involved?
don't care.
I cover a lot of degenerates on this channel, whether it's the people that plague the streets of Scotland, people who engage in sexual relations with animals, people who fake pregnancies for TikTok clout, or people who film themselves doing extremely questionable things to attract subscribers for their OnlyFans. Well, what if I was to tell you that here in the UK there actually used to be a TV show surrounding the lives of these kind of people? Some of my favourite childhood memories was when I was off sick from school. I'd climb up onto the couch with a blanket, turn the TV on and watch the Jeremy Kyle show. It would always be like a crackhead couple who are having a domestic and they've got like 4 teeth between them. The height of entertainment. So, the Jeremy Kyle show was one of the most controversial daytime television programmes in British broadcasting history. Airing on ITV from 2005 to 2019, the show became synonymous with sensational and dramatic confrontations. It attracted millions of viewers, whilst also drawing heavy criticism for its exploitative format of its vulnerable guests. The show was actually cancelled in 2019, and I'll tell you why a little bit later on in the video. What made the show so entertaining was that it focused on personal conflicts, including infidelity, family feuds, addiction, and issues of parenthood, which was all presented in front of a live studio audience. This, along with Jeremy's confrontational and blunt approach, made a great watch. He would often berate guests, deliver tough advice and judgmental commentary. This formula resonated with certain audiences who viewed the show both as a form of entertainment and raw social realism. Episodes would contain headlines like, "I'll prove you're the dad, then I'll divorce you," and "My crazy cheating son won't let me see my grandchild." Headlines, of course, that were meant to shock viewers and draw them into these dramatic and deranged stories. Exactly like modern day clickbait. Since 2005, the world has changed and the term snowflake has emerged. So basically nowadays you can't say anything without offending someone, so when you have a show like the Jeremy Kyle show on air, it's going to be a magnet for criticism. The media accused the show of exploiting vulnerable people for entertainment value. You're going to get people in the world that are against this show, just like I'm sure there will be people out there that are against what I do on this channel, which is sort of similar but not technically the same. The show relied on tools like lie detector tests to drive its dramatic confrontations. Now, it's important to know that these tests are not fully accurate and are often unreliable. So, I am a 4th year uni student, and last year I did a module on psychology, brain and human behaviour to be exact. And for one of my assignments, we had to do a lab report in which we completed an experiment using a lie detector test. And when I tell you this was hard, I really mean it. Now, what I learned is that these machines are not reliable at all. Our experiment was we were to detect a lie in which one of our group members would be hooked up to a biopack machine. We all took turns actually, and none of us got it right. We could not determine the lie, and sometimes there was a spike in the polygraph where they were telling the truth. Now, these biopack machines measured physiological responses such as heart rate and electrodermal activity or palm sweat. I don't know about you, but I'd be so nervous and my heart rate would increase and my palms would sweat before I'm even asked a question. Now, I don't know what type of lie detector was used on the Jeremy Kyle show. It could have been different to the one that I used, and it could have measured different things. We'll never know. The show would also use paternity tests, and they always had me on the edge of my seat.
Until I'm a proper mess.
Proper mess.
She said the minute she saw you, she smiled like a Cheshire cat. She knew there was a connection.
Yeah.
You left her mother.
I did, yeah.
You didn't know she was pregnant. You never got told she went for a pint of milk. That is your daughter, Barry.
Now, the reason why the show was cancelled back in 2019 is disturbing. Steve Diamond was a guest on the show after his partner was convinced that he'd been cheating on her. He was given a lie detector test, which he failed. He was then berated by Jeremy, the host, and booed by the audience. Even after the results were given, Steve still swore that he had never been unfaithful to his partner, and his partner completely broke down over it. He stated that he'd been on antidepressants and suffered with some mental health issues as well. I'm actually going to play some clips from this episode, but it's important to know this was never aired.
Why'd you lie so much?
If I knew the answer to that, Jeremy, I wouldn't be here.
What do you mean by that?
I just lied to her for no reason.
Still to this day?
No. Since we split up and got back together, I've never lied once to her.
Why did you in the past? To impress her? What? You tell my team I'm made up about being in the Navy.
Yeah.
And then somehow, you know, I got caught up in my own lies.
I did want to be in the Royal Navy, but I failed because I was colourblind.
Oh.
It was my ambition to be in the Royal Navy, but only could make it to the RFA, which was the Royal Fleet Auxiliary, not the Royal Navy.
Do you love this woman?
God, to bits. So much.
She said to me, you didn't need to lie, did you?
Yeah,
No.
he didn't need to lie.
I
Didn't
didn't.
need to lie at all.
Not at all.
So why are we here? Is this the opportunity to put this right and prove? I mean, I said, I think, before the break, that you take this so seriously you went to your doctors because you were on medication?
Yeah. When the first time we applied for the show, they wouldn't let us on because they said I was on depression tablets. I went to the doctor and said I haven't took any. Took the full box back. Said I don't want them, I haven't touched them. I just want to get my life sorted out with Jane. The doctor wasn't very helpful at all, was he? He didn't help one bit. Gareth was a great support to us over that. I stood outside the doctor's that night and said, I need to see a doctor, I want to see a doctor. I need to get my life sorted out. And when we saw the doctor on Monday, he didn't even know what the hell I was talking about. The reception was completely void.
You wanted to do this test today, yeah?
I must have rung your show up about 40, 50 times, leaving voice messages to prove it.
No, but the truth of the matter is, you did meet her on a dating website. You did make up a cacophony of lies. I mean,
Yes.
you can sit there looking slightly upset, but, you know, other people looking at this could say it's a bit dodgy.
True, yeah.
You pretended to go to work and you went to the New Forest.
No, I did go to
like
work.
donkeys or something, what?
No, I did go to work.
Well, why did they ask you how you rated your trip in the New Forest, then?
Because where I was working in a power station.
In the New Forest?
No, in just up the road from where we lived, in a place called, what's it called? Warsash.
Is that near the New Forest?
No, the New Forest is just across the water where I was working. So what I was doing was at work, and this is the only day I drive machines, and this day we was working near
Are you telling the truth?
100%.
How many people in the audience, without me turning around, think this guy's going to pass the lie detector? They all seem nice. How many women have you met online on that POF thing?
What, before I met Jane?
Yeah.
I think about 3 or 4.
Since the start of your relationship with Jane, have you passionately kissed anyone else? She said no. Why did she say no, Steve?
Because I was telling the
Tess
truth.
says you're a liar, pal. Just so you're aware, you failed every single question.
Oh my God, I was never unfaithful.
Better go and talk to her.
God. Oh no. But I wasn't. I've never been unfaithful.
I find it quite interesting. I'm really sorry. You're better than that, by the way. I find it quite interesting that the audience thought you were telling the truth. I wouldn't trust you with a chocolate button, mate. Honestly, you are. I don't think you even know what the truth is.
You've done it. You've done everything. You've done it. Everything.
Jane, I haven't.
To your fish and you meet her and everything. So that's wrong, is it?
Yes, I swear.
So the serial liar goes into the Jeremy Carl lie detector and gets called a liar, and my test's wrong, yeah?
I swear to God, I'll swear on anything.
Can you just all calm
I
down a
swear
minute?
to God.
Don't start crying, mate. I can't. The hardest thing of my job is I'm paid to read it out. You asked us to do that. Why would you fail? Darling, take a breath. Why would you fail?
I haven't been.
Have you
with...
lied about anything in that test? Did you kiss somebody but not have sex with them? Has something happened?
No.
You go into that test and you lie. Even when you split up, come on, I'm doing my best for you.
And I'm being straight. I'm being so straight. I am being so straight, Jeremy. I've never been more straight than this.
Let me tell you what I know. I don't actually take any pleasure in this at all, contrary to what some people
I
think.
honestly thought I was going to cakewalk it. No, I have not been unfaithful to her.
Why'd you fail the test then?
I don't know. I have not been unfaithful to her.
There you are, Jane. I mean, I am asked
Not
to do.
once.
I am asked to do, and then we get labelled, oh, it's unfair. You asked to do a test. He failed that. Categorically failed that, so you're aware. We stand 100% by that. It's very easy for people to sit here and
Yes.
say that. But we stand by that test. There are enough lies. I don't take any. This is awful.
I have not met anyone.
Was there someone he was messaging then?
How? Yeah.
Is that true?
Yes.
The phone number. I knew it.
So you've been messaging another woman then, yeah?
When,
talking.
the reason being...
Anybody got a shovel? Mate, I'm not interested. I'm only interested in doing what I'm asked to do and looking after this woman. Your conscience will serve you in time. You can jump up and down and you can have a go and you can do all of that. The truth is you've asked us to do something and you have failed it, absolutely and utterly failed it, and I have to stand by it. And then we're sat here 5 minutes later and you're going, oh, I did message another woman. Can I say something to you? You're a nice lady. Listen to me. Stop that. Be quiet. Stop that noise. Listen to me. You've obviously got a nice family. It's far better for you. You do not need to even cry over this because...
I can't. I'm shocked. Yeah. I'm shocked. That's why I can't cry.
You've got to sort it out by being honest. You need to look in the mirror, mate. I want to put you two together backstage after this, and I want you to say... No, not you want her back. Be a man, grow a pair of balls and tell her the goddamn truth. That's what you need. That's what you need to do. Hey, I'll tell you what I know. If you tell her the truth, she'll stay with you, El. That's why you're wrong. You don't need to be. The first line out of her mouth when she came to talk to me was, and I quote, didn't need to lie. I'd have taken him.
I'm not going to say I've been unfaithful when I've not.
Something happened, pal.
Do it.
Something happened, absolutely, 100%. Doesn't have to be sexual intercourse. If you lie in that test, you know. I've told you before. I am not going round in circles, right? We will put you... Sorry, nice to meet you. Hey, oi, oi.
Now, what is so sad is that 1 week after this episode was filmed, Steve sadly took his own life. He spoke about his experience on the show and how he was in distress after filming. Although there were clear issues with his mental health before he appeared on the show, it's clear that this experience was what pushed him over the edge. I mean, it would to anybody. My thoughts and prayers are with Steve Diamond and his family. Mental health is a real issue and it's not talked about nearly enough, especially when it comes to men. Now, I've linked some mental health charities in my description if you'd like to go make a donation or just take some time to educate yourself. Now, that's all I've got for you guys today, but if there's anyone or any topic you'd like to see me cover on this channel, you can email me at ItstaylorfoxYT@gmail.com, or you can message me on any of my socials linked below. As usual, thank you for watching and I'll see you all in the next one.